Hey guys, Shadylikeatree here, and welcome into episode 69 of Reminiscing with Shady. This is the Matrix video game. Episode 69 is appropriate on so many levels because this game just sticks it to you on so many levels and in so many places. I want to apologize in advance if any of the cutscenes or any of the gameplay is particularly dark. That is one of my chief complaints of this game, is that it was not well produced or well made or functional most of the time. It was developed by Shiny Entertainment, published by Atari here in the States and Bandai in Japan. It was distributed by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, directed by the Wachowski brothers, designed by David Perry, and it was released on the GameCube, Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. North American release date was here on May 14th, 2013, so this game is more than a decade old. Yeah, let's get into talking about this game. This game is, it was the first video game based on the Matrix games, and it had some story elements in it. You can't see any of those because the game's too dark to really see them on my PlayStation, my TV. I tried to turn the brightness up on this video. I tried to turn the brightness up on my recording software. Neither of those things made it very much better, so I'm going to try to mess with that a little bit more and hopefully make it better for when you see this. But it featured an hour of original footage from the main game. It also featured, I think, a little bit of additional footage, and you know, it was made just for this game. This game was widely popular. It sold 2.5 million copies in the first 6 weeks, and it doubled that over its lifetime. And it was released the same month, I do believe, as the sequel, which was, I think, The Matrix Reloaded, which wasn't as highly regarded of a film. This game, it doesn't feature many of the main characters as much in my experience, in my memory, but they are still in the game, I do believe. And you can play as either Nobi, who I'm playing as now, or Ghost, who's a sort of male character, and in this game. And the combat system, which I will state is a positive for me in remembering this game, is quite good. You got some distinct maneuvers, some distinct moves, and right there you can't see it, but there's a door there that I tried to figure out and I couldn't find it. So it takes me a minute here, but there's some distinct maneuvers that I think are good, and I'm just trying to like show them off here by kicking the things down, and you can do some various, you know, kind of almost Aikido, Taekwondo kind of moves, very defensive but offensive at the same time maneuvers. That's really the only good thing I liked about this game. You know, back when I was playing this, you know, in 2004, 2005, the game was notorious for freezing, for just you know, doing all sorts of stuff it wasn't supposed to. It was given rather low scores, you know, low 7s, high 6s. Just for instance, GameSpot gave it a 6.4. GameSpy gave it 2 out of 5 stars. IGN gave it a 7.2 out of 10. You know, it got a 55% on PC Gamer. You know, it just didn't do very well. This game was very much unfinished, very much rushed, and it caused a number of glitches, and I have actually never beaten this game because of those glitches. There was actually a glitch right before you get to a scene later in the game where you're supposed to do this like hallway sequence, kind of like how Neo does in, I think it's the first movie. Well, it would always freeze at that exact same spot on my save, and I could never ever, with any copy of the game I ever had, get past that point. And I traded in and bought and tried to get dozens of copies. I've had probably 20 copies of this game in my lifetime. Not all at the same time, but different copies. And it's just not polished. It's rushed. It's the only solid element of this game is the fighting, is the combos. You know, you see me running around kind of weird here, running into walls. It's too dark to really see in some places. The level design's not that great. You know, especially for this being a 2003 release, this kind of feels like it looks like a slightly better PlayStation 1 game, to be completely honest. That's what it looks like. That's how it handles. That's how it feels. And so you kind of have to deal with that. And I'm struggling with this. And this gameplay would have been a lot longer, but I actually get stuck. There's actually a level where I'm not sure where to go, and that guy just disappeared. I don't know where he went, but he's gone. There's actually a level not too long after what you're seeing now where I actually had played to try to get some different footage, but I couldn't get past it because my game kept freezing, and I kept getting stuck, and it wouldn't let me, it physically would not let me go where I needed to go. So I just kind of gave up, and I thought I'd show you this opening level and talk about this game. But this is hands down the most frustrating gaming experience I've ever had in a game. I don't know why I decided to buy it again. I just thought, I could talk about my frustrations with this game. But yeah, this game is ultimately very frustrating. It's very just poorly made. It's bad. It was rushed. It really needed more time, and I feel like it could have been as good as the movie was, but they didn't give it the time it needed because they wanted it to come out, with the second movie and kind of try to sell a big bunch of copies. So it's also received a lot of really bad rewards, and a lot of people kind of compare it to Max Payne, but celebrity writers and terribly and horribly put together, and I think they're absolutely right on that front. It's a lot like Max Payne, only it is an inferior game in every aspect, all the time, every day, twice on Sundays, and 3 times on the final day of the month. I mean, it is just terrible. So, if you guys are interested in seeing this game, I definitely don't recommend paying more than 99 cents for it, because that's how much I paid for it. And I only did that because it was a buy two, get one, and I had an extra 99-cent free game. So I thought, you know what the hey, why not? I'd show you how terrible this game is. So, basically the premise is, I'm not really sure. I think you're supposed to just kind of get to the end. You're supposed to, the plot kind of takes place kind of towards the end of the second or the first film. I won't spoil the film for any of you, but if you know that there's an EMP involved, and that's kind of where the game ends. So you kind of just figure it out, and kind of with that, you get lost in the maze. Like, why are all these rooms here? These rooms should have doors on them. They're not needed. They are unnecessary. It's hard to see. Like I said, I tried to turn the brightness as far up as I absolutely positively could, but it really didn't help. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Reminiscing with Shady. This has been episode 69. This is the Matrix video game. Yeah, definitely don't pick it up for more than $1. Like right here, just terrible. You can't see anything. You can't do anything. But yeah, I hope you guys certainly have enjoyed, and I will see you next week for the next episode. Take care, have a good one, and remember the Alamo.